Hello everyone, this is Father the Everchosen, back in Total War Warhammer 2, bringing you another quick battle, pitting my Greenskins under the leadership of Grimgor Ironhide versus the High Elves under the leadership of some nameless prince. So we'll go through my opponent's army, and then we'll shoot back over and take a peek at mine. So my opponent has brought 4 Swordmasters of Hoeth, a unit of spearmen ranked up to Silver Chevron 1. Obviously, they have the Prince on his dragon. They've got 3 units of basic archers, a Sisters of Avalorn, and another spearman ranked up to Tier 3 Bronze Chevron. And then forward deployed, up here, they have an Illyrian Reaver. So, for my army, since we're right here, I've got Dirkit's Squigs right here, the Night Goblin Squig Hopper ROR. I've got an Orc Shaman with Brain Burster, Foot of Gork, and the Damage Mitigation Scroll, the Scroll of Shielding. I have 2 basic Savage Orcs, 2 Savage Orc Biggins, 2 Orc Boys, 2 Savage Orc Error Boys, the Rusty Errors, the Night Goblin Archer Regiment of Renown, Grimgor himself, bringing his full kit. I've got the Giant River Troll Hag, bringing Spirit Leech and Aspect of Dread Knight. Mither, not her Swamp Breath, and I like the little bound spell, Assault of Stone, so I bring that with her quite frequently. Off on this flank, I also have a unit of Stone Trolls and a Squig Herd. So we're going to jump right into this, and immediately Dirkit's Squigs and these Illyrian Reavers go at it. They've got one volley off, and I start chasing them. And for a long time, that'll be what's going on. The rest of my army slowly advances. The big thing with the Giant River Troll Hag that you guys should watch for is that she does have a 54 speed. She's quite quick, so she will inevitably get out in front of your army. So you just gotta be mindful of that. At this point, everybody's close enough. I do start moving her a little closer, and the Assault of Stone bound spell is going to come down over here. She's taking quite a bit of damage. And these archers, we'll go with a slow, they only lose 17 unit models, but look at their health. The Sisters of Avalorn only lose a model, but their health dropping to below half is quite devastating. But the River Troll Hag is getting shot up quite badly. She is going to break, but she'll be back. Grimgor is going to charge in here. Again, the Dirkit Squigs did end up catching the Illyrian Reavers over here. If you take a peek, even though they're suffering the effects of poison, 68 speed and 82 speed, I think the Illyrian Reavers are just slower. And with starting so close, the first nip you get from those Squigs, you inflict poison. Nice Brain Burster here, damaging these archers, and everybody's starting to just engage. The Prince is getting shot by my multitude of arrows. Unfortunately, I do leave these Stone Trolls out for a little longer than I would like, but they'll be coming in and doing their work. The Squigs narrowly avoid these spearmen, and they're going to get into these archers, which will be quite devastating. The Orc Shaman engages the spearman, but he's not going to want to stay in that fight for too long, so I will point him out momentarily. I do get that Giant River Troll Hag back, and the Stone Trolls are coming in, and the Stone Trolls will make short work of the Swordmasters of Hoeth. When WAAAGH goes down, Dirkit's Squigs have finally mopped up the Illyrian Reavers, and they'll be coming back over here. I've got my Squig Herd back here in the back. They're rampaging, but with the WAAAGH, they're actually doing quite well. The Shaman does get broken, but again, just like the River Troll Hag, he'll be back. Just as the prince was about to dive in, I hit him with a mither, and he's taking just so much damage from all my archers, and the rusty arrows not only are inflicting the poison condition, but they're also sundering his armor. So his armor's down to 50 and his speed's down to 41. And at this point, he does have this really good core of archers back here, but they're kind of out of position, and Durkit's squigs are going to come in here, mop them up real quick. The prince does land down here on the savage orc error boys, but he just gets surrounded so quickly, and it ends up being quite bad for him. Drop a foot of gork over here, quite devastating. Even if it doesn't kill a whole lot of models, it's knocking all these down, and they're unable to fire for that time. Durkit squigs, slowly but surely mopping up the archers, and these squigs will be pulled back in here in just a second. The prince does rout off, or not rout off, but does break, and I'll start pulling everything in. The stone trolls really pulling their weight here. A very good unit, even though their leadership can be quite low. That's why I bring the giant river troll hag with the aspect of Dread Knight. If I need to, I can drop that +8 leadership and give them terror. And really, at this point, it's just a mopping up effort. Durkit squigs are going to be more than a match for any of these, save for maybe the Sisters of Avalon. But along with the squig herd, they'll be fine. Most of his units have routed off, so I will be pulling the rest of my melee forces in here, and slowly but surely whittling down the rest of their forces. Grimgor's in here, and he'll just sit in this this melee scrum for as long as he needs to. I do notice that the prince comes back, pulling my rusty arrows and one of the savage orc boys, or savage orc arrow boys, I should say, over here, and they're going to target down this prince real quick, along with the squig herd, and the prince will end up breaking yet again, along with the rest of his army, giving me the victory. So, well played by my opponent. I think the biggest mistake was once his archers kind of got out of position back here, they, didn't fire for a solid maybe 20 seconds, but that 20 seconds could have been 3, maybe 4 volleys. Also, he never ended up chasing down or following up on some of the routing units. That River Troll Hag was still well within the range of some of the archers. They could have tried to kill her. They could have probably focused down the shaman a little more, and they should have all focused on Grimgor early on. But without taking out the leadership, it's going to hold a lot of the rest of the army together, especially the trolls. And once these trolls get into melee, it's not just like when a sword and board unit goes against another sword and board unit. They're knocking down models, and when the models are knocked down, they're obviously not able to do damage. Just like the foot or brain burster, knocking down the models is just as important, and sometimes can be more effective, because then you can sweep in with another unit, getting just more effectiveness out of them. But I thank my opponent for a pretty good fight. We're going to take a peek here. Grimgor walking away with 62 kills. Not bad. The Savage Orcs weren't there for the kills, but the big uns, both walking away with above 50 kills. And though the arrows only amounted to 13 kills, they're really what brought the prince low. Durkit squigs doing an excellent job, not only with the Illyrian Reavers, but then running through the back ranks. And the Stone Trolls, I did give them that experience chevron. Actually, no, I did not. I gave the experience chevron to the Savage Orcs. So they earned that through fighting. 80 kills, excellent. The Orc Shaman and the River Troll Hag are there, their support roles are very useful. I used the damage scroll, or the damage resisting scroll on Grimgor, keeping him safe when he was fighting the prince, and the River Troll Hag with the Assault of Stone really heavily damaged one of those archers. But if you look through here, the Swordmasters did great. The spears held. This silver chevron spear. Still very healthy. But if you go through the archers, their archers amounted to the same amount as my archers. And 2 Savage Orc Airboys and Rusty Air do not equal 3 archers and a Sisters of Avalor. And we'll actually go take a peek at that real quick just to compare the cost. Greenskins, High Elves, let's trash that. So the Rusty Airs are 600, and 2 Savage Orc Airboys come up to 11, so that's 1,700 right there. And just the Sisters of Avalorn alone equal the same as the 2 Savage Orc Airboys, along with 1, 2, 3 archers. No, that's 475, 475, 475. What's that? 75, 75, 75 is 225. So that's 1425. So that's 25, 25. Yeah. 2,525 versus 1,700. This is just too many points for too few kills. And though, the River Troll Hag and Grimgor and the Shaman all have missile resistance, especially these Sisters of Avalon, that magic flaming damage and being armor piercing, it's can be devastating even to somebody as heavily armored as Grimgor. And especially that River Troll Hag, she has regeneration, so those flaming shots are really, really doing a number on her. That 15% missile resistance, I think, goes completely away and goes to a -10 from just those Sisters of Avalorn, along with the armor piercing. I don't know if it works like it does in older games, but that could have her armor stat down to 25. She took quite a bit of damage, but they definitely could have finished her off. But I thank you all for watching. Hopefully you found that enjoyable. I intend to keep bringing you High Elf and Greenskin videos. Hopefully you enjoyed the High Elf video 2 days ago and the first episode of the Eltharion campaign. I intend to bring you another High Elf and another Greenskin battle Tuesday. That'll be our double video day, but I think breaking up single videos throughout the week lets you guys have content from me for more than one day versus trying to do 2 videos on Friday and 2 videos on Tuesday. I'd rather break up some of the videos and give you videos, maybe 4 or 5 days a week. So thank you all. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Comments down below are always going to be responded to in some way. And if you like what I do, please consider subscribing. The more subscribers we have, the better the content will become, and the better the conversations down in the comment section will become. Thank you all, and as always, I've been Father of the Everchosen.